of Watch. The End of Watch. The Final Battle and the Last Goodbye. Part 1. Introduction. The Monster in Room 217. Welcome back to the channel. For years, retired detective Bill Hodges thought he had finally put the nightmare of the Mercedes killer to rest. He thought Brady Hartsfield was nothing more than a vegetable, a mindless shell rotting in a hospital bed in room 217. But if there is one thing we know about the world of Stephen King, it's that the most dangerous monsters never truly stay asleep. In End of Watch, the high-stakes chase takes a terrifying and impossible turn. What do you do when a serial killer develops the power to enter your mind through a simple handheld game console? When the survivors of the original Mercedes massacre start committing suicide in mysterious, synchronized waves, Hodges realizes that Brady has returned with a power more lethal than a speeding car. This isn't just a cold case anymore. It is a supernatural war for the souls of a vulnerable generation. Let's step into the darkness for the final shift. Part 2. The Rise of Supernatural Evil. In the grand finale of the trilogy, the battle line shifts from the physical world to the psychological and the paranormal. 1. Brady Hartsfield. From killer to malignant entity. For years, Brady has been subjected to experimental drugs in the hospital. Combined with his own absolute hatred for the world, his mind has evolved. He has developed telekinetic powers and the ability to project his consciousness into others. He uses a discarded electronic game called the Zappit to hypnotize and control his victims. He doesn't need to be behind the wheel of a car to kill anymore. He just needs to be inside your head. Brady is no longer just a man. He is a digital virus of pure malice. 2. Bill Hodges. Facing the ultimate deadline. This time, Hodges is fighting two wars. One against Brady and one against his own body. He has been diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer. The kich-tin-chich, the rising tension, comes from this ticking clock element. Hodges is physically failing, his strength is fading, and he knows his end of watch is coming. This vulnerability turns him into a truly tragic hero. A man who refuses to die until he ensures the monster is gone forever. 3. Holly Gibney, the worthy successor. The real highlight of the trilogy's conclusion is the transformation of Holly Gibney. She is no longer the shy, terrified woman we met in Mr. Mercedes. She is now a full partner in their private investigation firm, Finders Keepers. She is the brain, the tech expert, and Hodges' moral compass. The bond between Hodges and Holly has evolved into a father-daughter relationship that provides the emotional heart of the story. Holly proves that even a broken person can become a champion if they have someone who believes in them. Part 3. Technology and Psychological Manipulation. Stephen King masterfully uses this book to comment on modern fears. The digital trap. The Zappit device is a brilliant metaphor for our dependency on electronics. King explores how easily a predator can use technology to isolate and manipulate young people. Brady targets teenagers who are already struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts, whispering in their ears through the blue light of their screens. The weight of mental health. The book dives deep into the themes of despair and connection. It reminds the audience that the most dangerous weapon in the world isn't a bomb or a gun. It is the feeling that you are alone. By turning the Mercedes killer into a mental parasite, King highlights the importance of the found family and the need for human empathy to combat the void that Brady represents. Part 4. The Epic and Tragic Climax. The climax of End of Watch takes us into a blizzard at an abandoned lake resort. It is a cinematic showdown in the wind and snow. The final stand. Hodges and Holly must face a possessed individual controlled by Brady. In a sequence of absolute suspense, we see the culmination of everything these characters have learned. It isn't a battle won by superpowers. It is won by the stubborn human refusal to give up. The ending is a masterpiece of emotional storytelling. As the title suggests, end of watch is a police term for the end of a career or a life. The final chapters are a beautiful and heart-wrenching farewell to Bill Hodges. Stephen King doesn't shy away from the reality of death, but he gives his hero a dignified and meaningful exit. It is a conclusion that will leave you in silence, reflecting on the impact one good man can have on the world. Part 5. Conclusion. A legendary trilogy. End of Watch is the perfect closing chapter. It shows the incredible range of Stephen King, moving from a realistic crime thriller to a ghost story without losing its soul. It teaches us that while evil can evolve and find new ways to strike, the light of friendship and duty will always find a way to stand against it. Thank you for joining me for this complete 3-part journey through the Bill Hodges trilogy. How did you feel about the shift to the supernatural in this final book? Did you find it more or less scary than the first two? Let's talk about the ending in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the best thrillers and horror in literature. Until next time, keep your eyes on the light and always finish your watch. Goodbye.